My friend Glenn Beck is apocalyptic, right? He is all worked up, and he thinks we're in a lot of trouble, and he loves to rant about it, and he's going to bring God into this. We're going to show you a bunch of clips, and they're all fantastic, but wait till the last one, because the last one is gold. Okay, so let's go to the first one here, clip number 6, about the MLK speech.
I am not. I'm writing bullet points of a speech, and you want to talk about trust in the Lord. I know that people are going to hammer me because they're going to say, well, that's no Martin Luther King speech. Of course it's not Martin Luther King. You think I'm Martin Luther King? You think I'm Martin Luther King only delivered probably the most important and the best speech ever delivered in American history. I mean, it's up there with the Gettysburg Address, for the love of Pete. But instead of going for a speechwriter or anything else, or trying to write something very eloquent, I am only writing a few bullet points. And I am doing that so I don't get in the way of the Spirit in case he wants to talk. And I would just ask that you would pray for me. You want to talk about a risk. If you would just pray that I would be able to hear, because sometimes he's screaming at me and I still can't hear it.
So, of course, he's referring to the speech he's going to give this weekend on the anniversary of Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech at the Lincoln Memorial, which he says was a coincidence. I love everything he said there. First, do you think I'm Martin Luther King? I was thinking, no. I don't think anybody thinks that. Okay. And he says, for the love of Pete, I'm not. Who's Pete? Okay. Anyway, but the last part was great. Did you understand who he was talking about? He said he's going to let the Spirit talk to him. That's why he's only writing bullet points. So apparently the Spirit, the Holy Ghost, Jesus Christ, is going to speak through Beck. And sometimes the Spirit speaks to him, but Beck doesn't listen well enough. Well, he should. You know why? Here's what the Spirit's telling him. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shutting up! But he's not listening to the Spirit well enough. This guy, I mean, get a load of him, man. If you're a religious person, you're a Christian. Aren't you offended by that? This guy thinks that, Jesus Christ speaks through him? All right. Look, maybe I'm being unfair. You say, sometimes the Spirit speaks through people. That's just a way of saying things. Okay, fine. Let's go on to the next one, see if it gets any better. Now he's going to get more apocalyptic, and he's going to talk about God more, but also blood more. Let's check it out.
As I stood at the Lincoln Memorial the other day, and I read the words, what I saw on the wall. I'll read his exact words, but in a nutshell, God will wash this nation with blood if he has to. But he doesn't have to.
Oh, thank God.
He doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be this way. There are forces that we are not fighting against Barack Obama. We're not fighting against the Democratic Party. We're not fighting something that simple. Oh, how I wish we were. We're not. I told you after September 11th there is a perfect storm formulating, and it is here. And I have begged, if you listened to me as the market started to melt down, I told you, I begged you then, please get off of this party thing, please. And let's have real conversations. For the love of Pete, let's please come together. Why? Because I said at the time, we are passing all of the exits. Gang, there is one exit left. There is one exit left, and it is God. Everything that is coming our way is too big to handle on our own. If we do not put God at the center of our own personal lives and the center of our country, we will not survive. The country will be washed with blood, and then someone will have to start over. And God only knows how long that takes.
All right, first of all, this country will be washed with blood is just a horrible thing to say on national air. I mean, you're encouraging folks to do crazy things. And it's crazy, and that part's not funny, okay? But the rest of it is hilarious. I wish we were fighting against Obama or the Democratic Party, but it's not that simple. We're fighting against something larger. What is that? What are we fighting against? What? I mean, he keeps on about God. So what, are you fighting against evil, Satan, bankers? Who are you fighting against? Right? But he never explains. Well, he's going to explain a little later about God. He says, listen to me. We're out of exits. We're at exit 16A on the turnpike. We got to go on the Lincoln Tunnel. We have no more exits. Actually, I think it goes all the way to 18W because you can take the George Washington Bridge. Anyway, so that leaves me with the central question of, okay, I'm not a religious person, so I don't understand. You know, he says, that's it. The only answer is God. But then I wonder, what does God want? I don't know. I can't talk to God. I'm not like Beck. The Spirit doesn't talk through me. So it's easy to say the only answer is God. You get a lot of people who agree with you. But the question is, what does the Picard want? What does God want? I don't know, right? But don't worry, because Glenn Beck's going to tell you, and you're going to love the answer. Last clip.
Our sponsor this half hour is Goldline.
What?
I want you to read the headlines today.
Listen to this.
I want you to read about the stock market. I want you to read about housing sales. I want you to read that in the last 30 months we've added $4.4 trillion to our debt. I want you to read up on the Weimar Republic. I want you to read about Oakland.
What?
I want you to just look at the newspaper and ask yourself, which politician is it that will pull us out of this? And then I want you to ask yourself, you have faith in man or in God? If you put your faith in man, God bless you. I can't wait to see the solution. But if you don't, I ask that you would consider, it's not right for everybody, and I don't buy it as an investment, although it has been the best investment I have purchased. I ask you to look at gold as a relief valve, as something that in case inflation comes, it is always the flight of last resort. It is always the hedge against inflation. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But I would ask that you would consider your options and call Goldline.
Oh, that was awesome. Man or God, which one is it going to be? If you put your faith in God, you must buy gold. So we figured it out. It turns out God does have a message. It's to visit Glenn Beck's sponsors. Okay, it turns out God loves Goldline. What a huckster this guy is. Gets everybody worked up, all washed in blood, and $4.4 trillion in Oakland. Okay, and the Weimar Republic and the Nazis are coming, and then, so what's the answer? Goldline. Pay me. Snake oil salesman. On the other hand, he could be right. You know, I was talking to God the other day. You know what he said was the answer? Netflix. Go to netflix.com/TYT, and God says you get a free trial membership. You know, those movies, they make the time go by. They make you feel a lot better. Get a load of this guy, man. Unbelievable. So please tell your family, friends, everybody you know, this guy's the biggest fraud in the history of mankind. He thinks God wants you to buy gold and other sponsors of his program. What a joke this guy is, man. Don't believe a word of what he says.